Welcome back. Police have been on the spot again for brute use of its force during curfew hours amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Out of the 222 reported cases, the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights says police lead by at least 55% of the total cases. Let's now link up with the reporter Emmanuel Tor for more details on the same. Emmanuel.
Thank you very much, Michelle. It has been over 3 months since the COVID-19 pandemic hit the country. And of course, human rights violations have been on the rise. The police coming on the spot again. Of course, 59% of the cases that have been reported so far coming from the men in uniform. And of course, the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights has, of course, released a report that gives these details. And I'm joined by the Chief Executive Officer, who is Bernard, to just give us and put this into perspective and explain to us who are these people who are being blamed and if at all there are any other positives to report about this. So, karibu sana, this is KTN News. Please just bring us up to speed with the details. Who are those leading in these details, and of course, why are they doing this?
The violations that we have recorded in our report, top on the list of violators still remain the Kenya Police or our security agencies at 59% of the violations that are recorded. And some of these include 10 deaths that we have recorded and which we are also following up, and about 80 incidences of torture that have been perpetuated by the police.
Okay, and in which places are we seeing these numbers? Please just explain to us which places are more rampant with these details.
I must say that the places that we have recorded the highest number are in the informal settlements, especially in Nairobi, incidences in Mathare, in Kariobangi, in Kibra, for instance. And the rural areas have also not been spared. We have recorded incidences across the country in Kwale, in Kakamega, in Kisii, Nyamira, among others, where we have witnessed police excesses on the citizens. So it's across the country, but the city of Nairobi has the highest incidences.
Well, and you also mentioned that there are those police who have been doing an amazing job, of course, making sure that citizens are not, their rights are not violated during this period. Could you just explain to us more about that?
Yes, also in this report, in as much as we have recorded those incidences by the police, we have also had police officers who have demonstrated good actions in supporting the citizens. The OCS and OCPD of Mumias, for instance, supporting the citizens during this pandemic in accessing, health facilities. Here in Nairobi, we will give special recommendations, of course, to the Inspector General, to one Madam Ramadhani, who was captured supporting citizens during the pandemic to be able to access, their homes, among others. So those good officers, we have recorded them in our report, and we are going to do a special recommendation to the Inspector General for these good, actions by the police officers.
Okay, and we've also witnessed social stigma for those people who've contracted COVID-19. Maybe if you could speak into that.
Yes, indeed, we have recorded stigmatization of the COVID-19 victims, especially even those who have recovered. And we have provided an advisory to the Ministry of Health to put in measures such as enhancing awareness among the members of the public to ensure that they know those who have recovered are free from the disease and should be welcome, back in their homes. And we call on the media houses to enhance sensitization also on this as a way of reducing the stigma, which we also recorded as a challenge.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That has been the Chief Executive Officer for the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, of course, putting into perspective the details of this report that they have launched today. And they're saying that the police have been on the top of the list, of course, with violations of the human rights, and are now calling upon the government and, of course, the Inspector General of Police, Hilary Mutyambai, to step in and, of course, just help the country move forward and, of course, reduce the numbers of these violations of human rights. So back to you in studio.
Many thanks, Emmanuel.